speaking to real adults, and I cry really easily. I cry at like reality television shows like The Biggest Loser, I cry at forwards, and I cry when I laugh too hard, and when people are really nice to me. So, but anyways, my goal is I'm not going to cry during this speech. So it won't be excessively long, and that's tough because I love to talk and I love microphones. So, Sarah and Ron. Now, clearly I've known Sarah a lot longer than I've known Ron, or as I like to refer to him, the Ronster. And I can tell you that Sarah is an extraordinary person. She combines a quick wit with an intellect and a kindness that is actually rare to come by. But having known Sarah for quite a while, I can tell you that there are actually two versions. There's the pre-Ron Sarah and the post-Ron Sarah. And I'm going to take you back to the Sarah I knew before she met Ron. The one that didn't really care about sports, didn't really care much about pets, hated the snow. Maybe wanted to move to Virginia someday. This Sarah hung out with Katie, Alicia, Shauna, Brandy, me, a few others. We hung out all the time in high school. And as I sat down to try to gather some thoughts to share with you tonight, I tried to think of a story that was exciting and funny and intriguing, something that would sort of capture our adolescence and be entertaining. There really wasn't a story that could do that. Girls, we were kind of boring in high school. We studied hard and got good grades, and we were involved in extracurricular activities and clubs, and we had part-time jobs on the weekends. We went to high school dances, and we ice skated on Friday nights. We were really well behaved. We were good girls. But it doesn't provide good material for wedding speeches. But listen, I could stand up here and tell you how Sarah and I, when we worked at Hanford, we had maybe 27 code names for our colleagues at work, and we would make these little collages and tapes, because there weren't CDs back then, of their names, and like stick them in each other's work lockers, and it was really funny to us. But to someone who wasn't there, it's probably silly or maybe a little creepy. But listen, Sarah is and always has been simply always nice, always honest, and always there for you. And those things haven't changed. But a few other things have changed, and it is all due to this man right here. Just a really quick story. I distinctly remember when Sarah was working at St. Joe's, and of course we talk like every day, so she was telling me that her and his coworker were going to go Christmas shopping for his mom. And she didn't really say too much about it, but of course the next day I'm like, Sarah, how'd it go? What happened? She's like, Eileen, calm down, we're just friends. He needed me to pick out a robe for his mom, and we had a good conversation. It's true. We had a good conversation, we ate some tea at Nancy's, and it was good, but we're just friends. So that was that. But a few days later, this man, he brought Sarah the tea that she had drank at Nancy's that night. How cute is that? So obviously it wasn't long. It wasn't long after that the two of them began dating. And now you have to think about this for a minute. Sarah has a ton of girlfriends. She has all of her high school friends. She has a really close-knit group of college friends. And girls like details. We want stories, we want feelings, we want play-by-play of events, we want to give our opinions, offer our advice. And when Sarah started dating Ron, she wasn't telling him anything. I would ask stuff. After they've been dating for a while, I at least wanted to know, how was she thinking? How was she feeling? How was he feeling? Was he funny? Did he make her laugh? What kind of things do they like to do? Where they like to go? Do you think there's a future? Have your families met? Does he sleep with his mom? And at that point, that's when I knew that this guy could actually be the one. So, and suddenly, well, 5 years down the road, here we are today. And Miss Sarah has evolved. She has all the qualities that we love about her. Her unparalleled loyalty, her ability to comfort and console, her honesty, her integrity. She's just, I cannot put into words what an outstanding friend Sarah is. And, you know, through good times and tough times, she's always there. Because there was a time when I really used my friends more than anything, and she was there calling at 6 a.m. not because there was an emergency, but because she wanted me to know she was there and I needed to talk. That's the kind of person she is. And Ron, my whole point of this very long, drawn-out story is that if Sarah had asked for my advice, if she had asked for my input, I would say that you have made her the happiest, most confident, best Sarah that I've ever met, and I thank you for that. So, can you raise your glass? Okay, may the road rise up to meet you. May the wind always be at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face and the rain fall soft upon your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hand. Congratulations, Ron and Sarah. I love you.